everybody, it's Loch Maloons, and today we are doing day 16 of the 31 days of tarot. And do you know what that means? It means tomorrow is the art day. Tomorrow is the art day. I can't wait to see what everybody else is gonna do. I'm so excited. I haven't done mine yet, so I don't know. Once mine's done, I may not be so excited about the art day, but we'll see. I'm still excited. I'm excited by the whole idea of it. I might do a stick figure. Anyway, today's question is, do you read reversals? Why or why not? And my answer is no, I do not. And I will explain to you why. When I started reading with reversals. It was just back in the day. It was just how you learned. You know, cards came right side up, cards came, upside down. But I found that, and like this card. Okay, this card says wisdom. We'll just go with that. If it's upside down, it doesn't mean the opposite. So if this card's upside down, it doesn't mean this way you have wisdom and this way you're an idiot. It could mean a lot of things. It could mean that you're a very wise person, but your wisdom's blocked. It could mean that you're not being appreciated for the wisdom that you have. It could mean that you think you're being wise, but there are other avenues for you to be looking at. It could mean a lot of things. But I found that as I read, I found that as I became a reader. Oh, that was pretty, huh? I knocked it over. Okay. Where is that wisdom card? Okay. I became a reader and I did spreads, that wisdom card wasn't the only card. There were all these cards around it. And if I were a good reader, which I hoped that I was, or am, you look at the cards around. These were all off the top of the deck, so most of them are major arcana cards. So don't get all excited. This deck was not shuffled, but that would be an amazing spread, wouldn't it? Look at, I think all but 1, 2. Anyway, when you read, this card is connected to this card, and this card, usually in most of the spreads I do, if there's a card kind of in the middle, it usually represents the person. So this, I'm sorry, I'm having a lot of time talking, because really hard time focusing on what I'm saying, because the picture quality is so bad here. Like when I pull it up here to get a better thing, I can't see any of it. And I'm sure that's probably how it's going to turn out. So excuse all my stuttering. Today it actually isn't only, it's not just the brain cloud today. I'm very distracted by how poor the quality is. But to get back to what I was saying, I found that I connected cards. Why is the wisdom blocked if it's in this position? Well, because of this and this over here. I should have done like a sample reading so that I could get more across, but I interconnect all of the cards. And to me, this card is going to be read how it is anyway. Let's say, okay, let's just pretend this is a Celtic cross spread. If it shows up here, like this is you, and this is what crosses you. Well, if this wisdom card shows up here where it's crossing you, then maybe because it's a wisdom card and it's getting in your way, maybe I would tell you that you're not using your wisdom. or that somebody's not appreciating your wisdom, which is something that might have been read as an upside down card. Also, if it was at the root of the matter, okay. Also, if I just put that one upside down. Okay, also, if it was at the root of the matter, I might say the same thing. If I'm reading this and it's about like your work, and if it's because of a problem that you're having at work, I might say the same thing about this card, no matter if it's upside down or not. I might tell you the same thing. On the other hand, if, this whole spread is about, if it ends up, I keep saying, oh, well, you're getting a promotion, and maybe I'll read this is because people are appreciating your wisdom. It all depends on how the cards are interacting and what you're saying about this card. You're telling a story. You're bringing all of these things together, and all of the cards interacting together will tell me how I should read them. So that is why I no longer read with reversals. I found that the cards just were telling me themselves how they needed to be read. And when I figured that out, I started reading with them all straight up and down because it was easier for me to see, I will say that, and I said this just the other day, but I'm going to go into it in a little bit more length. When I started reading round decks, and my first round deck, oh, good grief, it had to be Mother Peace. Back in the day, it was the first one out. So, yeah, Mother Peace, and then several years later, Daughters of the Moon. But I found with a round deck, even though I don't like upside down and not upside down, when you have a round deck, all of a sudden you have these energies, and it's not just upside down or upside right. It is 360 degrees, or really just almost like an infinity of things, like just a whole universe full of things that these cards, as they're interacting with energies being pulled, or energies, not quite where they need to be, or energies being pushed, somebody's being too flashy, or somebody's holding back when they shouldn't be, and circumstances not quite where they need to be yet. You have this whole, just a whole, universe is the only word I can keep coming up with, but just look at the amount of things that you can say, and look at all the interactions. It's taken a 78 card deck and opened it up to an infinite amount of things and interconnectings that can be found in here. And you can still look at these and basically read them right side up, especially as you're learning. And I find that when I read with a round deck, I'll say things that I never thought I'd say. I wish I had a really good example, but I know I've said things that I just never thought I'd say giving a tarot reading before. And they're just absolutely amazing. Some people right now there's some square decks coming out, and people are finding the same kind of excitement in square decks. And I don't know that I would, probably just because I've been doing the round decks for so long. Old dog, new tricks kind of thing, maybe? I don't know. Set in my ways. But that is why I do not read with reversals. And that is why I'm excited to have a system where there are tons of reversals. There are 360 reversals in every card to read. Well, there aren't 360 because, one's straight up. that's what I have to say about that. That's my rant and raving for the day. Tomorrow is art day. I'm gonna do mine. Actually, I got a couple of days ahead so that I would have a day or two to do my art one. But I'm gonna get started on it. I'm excited. Hope you guys like stick figures. But I can't wait to see yours. I will see you in the next one. In any rate, thank you guys all for watching, and lots of love to you all.